Alright, hello everyone, I'm Makars, and in this stream I would like to make a tutorial about BBS Studio. So BBS Studio is a software that I basically made to um, kind of like to detach my mods from Minecraft and create like Machinima Studio where you could do basically your stuff without depending on Minecraft. Obviously, there's advantages to that is that I would not depend upon Mojang um, messing up the code or like updating and stuff because we basically all full control. And but the downside is that there are less tools because like no mod, no assets like resource packs, texture packs and stuff like that. But and I also recently announced that I'm kind of stopping the development for some time, but um, I still want to do a tutorial because there is no actual like tutorial, and if you are interested in getting it either via Patreon or compiling yourself from source, then that's cool. Alright, so first thing first, you need to download it. You can either um, download the code through through GitHub and then compile it. I'm not gonna show how to do that, but if you know how to do Java compilation and Gradle, you probably find there is also I think a little bit of a description how to do it, but it's not my interest to basically show how to do that. But basically, if you have subscribed on Patreon, there is a download. Just download for your version, and then um, you could just unzip it and, for example, place it somewhere you want it to be. But for example, right now I'm just gonna, because it's a tutorial, I'm just gonna do it here in the download section. But you can put it, for example, in somewhere in documents. I just don't want to show what I have in documents because it's pretty messy. So basically, in order to launch, you could just double click on Windows and you would launch BBS. However, if you're on Mac, you need to do something like, for example, on Mac OS or Linux, you would need to go to the CD, to the folder, for example, like that, and then what you're gonna do, either you can just try and launch the Java itself, you would need to install Java, just like that, or there would be like a launch launch.sh script, but here I have a bath launch and would basically also um, launch BBS. So once you launch it, there will be a welcome screen. You'll be able to see like there's some useful information for the beginner. For the beginning, for example, there's like some important keys, like F1 hides the UI, F2 takes a screenshot. For example, I just took a screenshot. F3 toggles debug information. F6 opens a utility panel. F9 toggles the key binding list. For example, I could use the keys it's said here. Then F9, yeah, that is, and F11 toggles full screen. And then it has like a couple of like shows what features it has. It's obviously not the full list, but it's okay overview. And then there is external resources, Discord server and wiki, and the patrons who bought the 10, I mean the higher level. So once we're in the world, you can move around. First I'm gonna enable some useful strokes mode buttons, probably not cursor. Basically I'm gonna enable the tutorial, so you see there's a mouse. When I press the right click, it shows the right, left, and middle mouse, and when I scroll also. Also when I press any keys, it would show what I'm pressing. So let's see the chat first. Why did this stream start a minute ago, but I don't receive the notification now? YouTube, what's wrong with you? Well, I guess you maybe don't have the bell. Hello, hello. Oh no, where's my 1080p? There's no 1080p? Weird. I'm streaming at 1080p. Maybe settings, stream, output, video. Is it actually streaming it? And wait, was I ever streaming? Let me quickly check. No way that. Oh boy. Apparently, I was always streaming at 1080p, at 720p. I'm not sure whether I can switch to 1080p right now. Wonder what's gonna happen if I just change the voice clearly. Yeah, everything is good. I often use your mod in my videos. It's so cool. Thank you, Wolfik. Hello, hello, hello. You're streaming. Voice is clear. Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, but I think I was. Yeah, it's 1080p. I checked my other streams and they're allowing maximum 720p 60 FPS. It's basically that was from another stream. Oh well, next time. Anyways, back to the stream. So before we begin, like in talking about the navigation and how the UI is stuff. So basically, the main goal of creating BBS was basically creating like a tool where you could basically for creating machinimas and thumbnails, and basically there are tools to create machinimas, and there's also some tools to create thumbnails that are pretty useful out of the box, which are either problematic in my mods or they're absent at all. So to navigate in BBS, there is two main sections of the screen. On the bottom you have the panel bar. It basically has the access to either main panels that are here, or and there's the main viewport made with the mod of film for for Skullgotten 8 UI. Hey, that sounds cool. If you're on the server, that would be pretty cool if you could share the film. But if it's like not public, then it's cool. But yeah, I'm glad. Back to the BBS stream. So the main viewport, and most of these viewports allow panels allow you to move around. You can move around the camera either with middle mouse click or by holding space and left click. Then the movement in the world can be accomplished by WASD, or Q and E is for vertical movement. Um, then there is also uh, like you can zoom out using orbital like system with mouse wheel. And finally, there is also a walking mode. Basically, instead of like lying like that, you can press Ctrl B and then walk around. And jump is spaces to jump. So this is useful, for example, if you like need to do interior and you already ask. Yes. I can ask a question. You basically ask, yes. But if it's mod related, I'm not gonna answer on the stream. It's about BBS Studio. Maybe in the end. Yuns Center, yo bro. Hi. So yeah. Control and Alt allows you to basically slow down or speed up. Control, speed up, and Alt is to slow down. If you don't like these keys, you can change those in, I think it was WSD flight mode here. I think if you want to use, for example, upward space and downward is shift, you can do that. But I prefer Q and E. Move upward is Q and E downward. Yeah. Also, you can use the keys to move the mouse like that. So yeah, that's the basic. I think maybe I messed up. It's supposed to be this spiral. I can make my fire gun like a scout. You can't. It's not possible. I think. Okay, that's the navigation. Now let's talk about tool the world editor. Basically, this is the panel where you could like build stuff. Like there is a selection of blocks. There are different kinds of brushes. There are tools. So on the left side there are brushes and undo. There are different like brushes. They allow you to, kind of like to draw in the world. So size allows you to change how big is the size of the brush. You can either change it here or by pressing shift and the mouse wheel like that. No, I don't like this skybox color. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna change it a little bit so that it'll be more like, I don't like how the sky kind of like it's white and it's kind of like, I don't like, fades in with the anyways. So with shift is this, and then you can change the size, and the place delay allows you to basically like how fast blocks will be spawned. And the continuous, basically, as you can see, I just drawing. If I remove continuous, it would be like gaps. It wouldn't connect the drawing. So yeah, so you can basically like place here like that. Then this is the cube brush. There is a sphere brush, which basically allows you to place spheres. Yeah, Control Z and Control Y. Control Z and Control Y allows you to basically undo the do. Then there is cylinder brush. It's kind of like what's called, oh no, it's kind of like the sphere, but instead of placing spheres, it places a cylinder. So basically, kind of like a circle, but it's only in one-dimensional circle, kind of like a tube. So you can like maybe use it to make like towers or something. The line tool allows you to draw a line like this. Just kind of like the same way as there is like that, but you can just place a line without like knowing what you need from to. Paintbrush allows you to basically first you need like some kind of like structure. For example, if I'll make nope. You can also switch the tools with these keys from 1 through 0, and then you can press I think shift no yeah, you can press shift to go back basically. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, I mean 0, then shift 0, shift 1, and so on. So the paste tool, for example, if I'll make a tree, but there's a, for example, for making like a tree, there's a useful tool. You can press Ctrl F, which is basically moves the center of the basically view to where the block is. So that way you can basically just like draw a tree like that. With there is a Shift, Control, and Alt, which allows you to basically limit the placement of the blocks on certain axes. So Control is on X-axis, Shift is Y-axis, and Z is Z-axis. Alt, Z-axis. So yeah, now I'm gonna make like a little tree. I also don't like the lighting. There is a feature which allows basically to kind of like adjust the lighting. And it makes it kind of adjust the lighting. It makes it nicer. Then I make a tree. I selected. You can with the basic there is a selection tool. You can kind of like no wait basically with control, by holding control and dragging, you can make a selection from the blocks like this. And the selection tool allows you to modify this. You can move it by right clicking on a certain axis of those, or you can expand it by left clicking. So once I selected it, another way you can select it is by pressing Shift and U, which basically select everything that is basically like connected. So once I have a paintbrush selected, I can copy the selection, and then I can place multiple of those. Multiple trees. That's nice. You can save these structure like this, which, for example, like a small oak tree. And then I could basically, if I'll have like another structure, maybe like I like this line, and then I could take and load it again. So basically I can like create like lots of trees. You're, is it, is it able to use cars in Blockbuster mode? No. Your voice is so soft. Is that good or bad? Anyways, so once I have like some trees here, I could maybe like create another variant of the tree, like maybe like a tree with like another, I don't know what you call the part of the tree, but basically a crown? No. I forgot what basically the top of the tree. You can then make like bigger tree. It's not, I messed up. Now I can like save it as a bigger tree. Now I have those two trees bigger. The next one is smooth brush. Basically what it does is, let's say you're gonna make like a big, you need like some hill or something, I don't know. Gonna make a big hill here. And then like it looks way too artificial, right? I mean, come on, like is this a tutorial or are you going to continue BBS Studio? We'll see, but this is mostly tutorial, so if people would be like interested in Studio itself, so they could basically either work with it or maybe even someone fork it and then make their own version of the studio. I don't know. So then I could like make a smooth and it would start smoothing out. There are some parameters which basically allows you to kind of like control the sharpness of the smoothing. You can like play around with it. And this allows it like to make allow it smooth to play around with smoothness of the heel or something like that. The bigger the radius of the smoothing, it's basically kind of like a blur of the height of the terrain. The bigger it would like to deform stuff. So that is the smooth brush. As you can see, it's turned from like ugly spheres. Can this build imported to Minecraft? Yes and no. There is a I'm going to get into it in a couple of minutes, okay? So then um, there's a spray brush which basically places blocks on top of blocks in a random fashion. So like if I'll have like maybe 0.5 chance, it will basically like spray some grass on top of my hill. And then sometimes it could spawn like grass on the grass, for example here. For example here I have a couple of blocks which were spawned on top of each other like here. But yeah, you like here. So to prevent that, you can use the mask and then say like, oh, I only need it on grass. And then I'll only place it on grass. You can decorate this way like with flowers and stuff like that. The tool is pretty good, but it's not Axiom, the one like from newer versions. See, now I have like this heel, and then I can maybe place a couple of yes, forget to disable mask. Now I can like place a couple of trees, then you could take the smaller tree, place it here and here and here. Oh, not on the flower. Um, and here. Then the flood fill tool allows you to basically, for example, if you have like a hole in the terrain, you can fix it. Let's say fill upward, downward, so and then it just disappears. So it was like that, and then I could just make it disappear by flood filling. Very useful. Then extrude tool, basically, if you have like some kind of like, let's say I'm gonna make like no, like a wall, and I want to repeat it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna select this, and then I could either copy it and then like draw it like that, or I could extrude it with the extrude tool. So this way I could draw a wall just like that, and maybe basically in all directions it needs to be. Um, with the paint tool you can also rotate the selection if you need to. And there's also a keybind thing to do it. It's comma and period keys. So yeah, this way you can like build like a wall or something. And finally, an arc tool, which basically allows you um, to create an arc. So for example, if I want to like create a wall that is basically like a curve, no, wrong tool. I selected 2 points and I'm gonna make an arc just like that. And then you can like basically decorate, remove, and create spiky stuff. Then you can maybe also create a the same way. Yeah, that's about something like that. So yeah, that's there's also ability to, for example, like select some region and then fill it with a cube, with a wall, with a sphere, with a cylinder, instead of using the brushes. There's also like hollow mode, for example, here, if I gonna use not hollow, as you can see there's nothing inside, but if it's hollow there'll be stuff around. Same with things. Um, with the sphere and cylinder will be also be hollow. Um, you can also like clear the like just delete the selection with this key, or I think it's also delete key. So yeah, if you selection, also there is a possibility to make a selection to like move it like directly with numbers. So yeah, that basically should be all the features of the basically of the world editor. Um, there is one question about import Minecraft builds. So basically, it is possible. But how it's done? You can in 1 second. If I need to find some file to demonstrate it. So yeah, um, basically, it's possible to import schematic files. How it's done is basically you open the world editor, you open the folder where you have a schematic, then you drag and drop, and then you can basically like change the blocks you want to be, for example, here, this wall, and this is wall, and the roof, I meant. All of this is roof, then I guess this should be like glass, then this is door, I didn't think I need anything here. Then it's and then maybe this I would make like a nice, what's that? Then that's basically I exported a Minecraft village house as a schematic. And now I just close it, and now I can place it. Oh, it says there's an ad, so I forgot to skip it. So I guess I'll just wait. Can you guys hear me? Um, Meanwhile, I guess I'll answer the chat. Слышно? Oh, okay. Um, well, I can hear you. Okay, because it said like inserting an ad. Um, okay, so that's how you can import a schematic, like a build from Minecraft to BBS Studio. I don't recommend to import too big structures, maybe like up to 48 cubed, so like 48 like at most, like so let's say 8, 48, 48, like this big, this big. That would be probably a good size, but yeah, you cannot just import a world. Um, this was world editor. So next thing I want to show is this is the film editor. Film editor is a tool, basically it's the main tool to create Minecraft. Machinimas. My bad. So here you just create a new film, for example, like test, and you have here basically two parts of the screen. On the right, it's a viewport. It's basically where the actions happens, and here is the edit area. Um, there are three modes um, in which you can basically make work on. So this is the camera editor. This is the replay editor. Basically, that's where the actors are. And there's also a voice line editor. Voice line editor only works if you have like it's um it's an integration with 11 Labs. Um, it's basically a service which allows you to use the AI to generate voice lines and stuff. Um, Somebody asked, "Hello, Makaris." I don't want to use Russian this stream, so I'll just reply in the chat. Uh, the streamer said, "I think you should make a asset pack of Minecraft for BBS Studio, so it'd be more attractive for users who use Blockbuster Pro." I don't think I can just do it because um, it's kind of like it's a copyright violation because I don't own the stuff. And yeah, hi, how can I run a BBS Studio? Uh, Watch the beginning of the stream, it shows how to do it, but you need to either download it from Patreon, which you need to subscribe to, or you can build it from source yourself. So yeah, it's back to the film. Is there so the easiest way to get started is you just, for example, I'm gonna move the camera something like here. Let's make like a little scene. So maybe like here would be like some scene. So first I'm gonna just make some actor. I right click here and I add a replay. This default BBS comes with a couple of models, and there are some. So here, like Dinner and Normie from my what's it called, from my shorts. I also needed to create a camera clip. It's a current tick, which is gonna be like an idle camera, which basically like just not gonna do anything with the camera. I'm gonna move it around here, and then I could play around with this character. So you can the main thing about, like, even though like there are keyframes here and here, but don't worry, it's like it looks first intimidating. Yes, there's a lot of information, but all you have to know is that you don't need to actualize those at like from the beginning. There is a special editing mode, which is basically you press H and now you can control the character. So for example, here, if I move here and then I disable the mode, it basically go back because that's what the keyframes are. So in order to change that, for example, if I want to move here, then I press I, and then I basically insert keyframes. Let me move. Yeah, so inserted the keyframes, and now dinner is here. Then in a similar fashion, you can record dinner. So with all groups, it already like, so I could just record him. He would be walking around, looking around, and then go out of the frame. And so as you can see, those keyframes were recorded, simplified a little bit where there's nothing to do, and then just like that. That's how you basically record. Maybe I can do it better. Then he walks around away. Then in the same way, I could, for example, create here another character, Normie, and then I can go out of the frame, Control I to pick to make him at the same. It's called basically change his position. And then, for example, I can wait for dinner, and then then I can basically maybe follow him. This could be not very useful because, like, whoa, I cannot see stuff like. So for that, there are different camera modes. You can change the camera mode by pressing O key. Oh, change the layout. So O key. This is an orbit mode. I can basically just view the character. He would walk around. But there is also other orbit modes. By pressing P, you can change. For example, this is from first person. And then there is from third person and third person frontal. So what I can do is record again. Then follow dinner with the third person view. This way, when I disable, I could see literally like following him. So yeah, those are very useful. Then basically when you would be making models, you are able also to, like, there are gosh, I didn't write BBS so powerful. Why don't you make a video series like Buildbuster for this BBS? Well, because there's like there's not much interest in BBS, and yeah, that's, I mean, I made those videos. There were BBS clips, there were the update videos, but yeah, so I don't know. I was planning on, but I didn't really have like I didn't know whether it would be a waste of time or not. So further on, you can like create here and like maybe even, for example, you can make like change him and it would be 2 dinners, or even you can make like, for example, there is a normie, then you can like duplicate and replay, and then remove. Basically, you can just fully edit it. Then maybe like 2, and then you would have 2 of them. So basically, you can just like it's a lot of possibilities. Would you keep that data allocation within a function or in the main code? What does that mean? Snake gaming films tablet. Then another cool feature about BBS and the film editor is that there are these extra and trigger and stick channels. Like, what do they do? Like, for example, you can like imagine like you can like make here a keyframe and then change it to 1, and then the character would be sneaking. Then you can make another keyframe. Um, so it's 1, 1, 1, and then 0. Then the character stops sneaking. But what do stick and extra and ground is not that interesting, just basically makes sure that the animations are grounded. So stick and extras allows you to add into the models additional animation data. So for example, these guys have eyes, mouth, and wait, it was eyes, the head rotation, and the eyebrows. So for example, I can use so for here I have normie. I can change between different modes. As you can see, it says like left stick, right stick, triggers, and extra one. So these guys have 4. Uh, Basically, you can left stick to control the eyes, right stick to manually control the head. Triggers allows you basically it allows you to move the thing to the right, and the more it's to the right, it's basically the kind of like fake token. And extra one, no, guess maybe dinner has it. I guess they don't have it, but basically they are special variables that you can um towards downloads, BBS release windows, game, wait, like this, models, then dinner, then let's see, and open. So here, wait, I don't think, yeah, for example, in the animation, I have, oh, he doesn't have it. It's basically all the animations I have are in normies. They're stored here. So here, for example, Isle head, it's the animation that is using the head. It has a special math um, keyframe that has those variables, and they allows you like to control the head with, for example, if I have. So just imagine this. This is I change the value in BBS to like to 1. It would look down. -1. It will do that. So 1 and then up. So as you can see, this would be 1 and this would be -1. Same thing would be with these guys. Is this the blockbuster mode? No, that's not blockbuster mode. That's BBS Studio, which basically stands for Blockbuster Studio Studio. Yeah, really a bit stupid, but funny. So yeah, for I can do And if I want to, for example, I record this guy walking around, but I can also record only, for example, eyes. Then these guys would have this visible. Same with the same with the triggers. So you'll be talking like something like that. So yeah, and then I could also do the same thing for Normie. He would be like, sorry, I wasn't clear. It's basic necessity to have calloc with the rake within the main function or to be executed within other functions that main function. I don't know. Depends on what you are doing. Like this is very vague question. Snake Gaming's Films tablet. Then the same with the head. They like bumped into him and then and maybe also the yeah, it's not that visible. So yeah, and then we have a scene. That's not it. That's still only some amount of things BBS can do. For example, whenever you have a character, there is also you can like do like animate it also like that. So, for example, I right click the pose. It created it by holding Shift and right click, and I would create a pose keyframe, and then I could like make select this, then move um, the body parts, and copy, paste it, then mirror it. Then I could also maybe change then animate it even more. Maybe even make some raise like that. Then change the back in and out. So then reset the pose. And then, for example, here I can kind of like copy because like he's kind of mad. He bumped into him. And then I can reset again the pose. Maybe with different interpolation. Then I could basically select Normie with by holding Alt, and then I also like create also a keyframe from that. Like maybe like curious or something. Maybe also. Then once he go back, I would change this to back in and out. Basically, you can decide like changing the interpolation by in the list. There is also a way to do that. For example, if I have here, um, to be all of these guys, the keybinds. So just press, for example, back in and out is B, key, and then I changed to back in and out. So here. Then here, for example, I can make another keyframe just by double clicking. Then maybe so in the orbit mode, I would just like maybe take the anchor and then kind of like make him like bump something. Makars, I love you, beard bro. Hi, thanks. Is this really you, Makars? Yes, it's not the the robot voice. Doesn't have really a good like audio setup, and so I'm more comfortable to do the robot audio. So yeah, so here, then I also reset again. So here I would probably use the exponential out. So no, that's not exponential in. No, probably just exponential. Yeah, it doesn't look that good because of me going back. But it's fine. So yeah, you can also animate here, and that's not only the pose can be animated. There are also like you can animate the color, for example, changing him to I don't know red. If you like want to like him turn red or something, I don't know. Or you want to change the texture. I think I have like here clown. So then he can suddenly turn into clown. Or transform. So if, for example, he could turn tiny. This is so funny. Small normie. There's also other basically these guys 0, 0, 0, 0. It's basically the body part. The form has two body parts, which are eyes and mouth. They are separate models, so that's why there's these guys are separate. Then there's this cool anchor property, which allows you basically, let's say, I'll make here another dinner, and let's say he wants be I don't know there. Then I'm gonna record. So I'm gonna pretend that I'm doing something, and then he leans down, and then he walks away. So what does that do? And let's imagine that there's like another actor, which is a block. It's gonna be a smaller block. So it's 0, 0. Why doesn't 0.5 and then like it's this small? Where did it go? What? Wait. Where did the block go? Oh, I didn't pick anything. So yeah, now it's a small block. Maybe even a little bit bigger, so 3, 3. So yeah, this block is gonna get picked up by another dinner. Hey Makars, you really are doing a great job on the software, but one question, will you ever update blocky matter? What is a blocky matter as in version? You should add a tiny cloud effect to make it more cartoonish. Oh. Yeah, probably. Maybe a bit later because I didn't get to particles yet. So So what I'm gonna do with the block is here when he gonna start basically going, I'm gonna add here like you can pick an actor and to the, for example, left arm, and this way I could basically animate the attachment. As you can see, the block gets attached to Dinner's hand. So this way, no, that looks ugly. Guess I'm just gonna move it here. So maybe what I'm gonna do is animate the pose here, and like this. So he like picks up, and then he can just walk away with it, even though it's a completely different actor. That's what the anchor property does here. Yeah, that's a pretty cool feature, which there is no such thing in blockbuster mode. And no, blockbuster mode I wouldn't probably update because it's too much work, and there is no point in it for me. Um, hey, hi Ivan. I used the mod. Cool. Just because you're using the mod doesn't mean that you're entitled to my time and stuff or support. I publish it for free. You can use it however you want and how you like and when you like it, but that doesn't mean that I owe you anything. So that's the anchor property. So that's basically the whole thing about the film editor. I think I covered most of the features from the replay editing, so you can remove, duplicate, animate, control, add like insert, then like the actors and stuff like that. Now let's see at the camera editor. So here I just in the beginning I created just a single idle fixture. It's a clip called idle clip. So what it does it basically does I guess nothing. I can put it here. It's just gonna be stay and be static. You can probably then you can like the thing is like in aperture there is a system which has just one line and there are like these fixtures in a line. Meanwhile in BBS Studio there is a different system. It's based on clips. So what I can do is basically take and change the position. So I don't need to like create here one and then, for example, I don't need to do a nonsense like um, let's see, let's see. So I don't need to have it like this way. I don't need like one fixture, another one, and then third. I could just overlay them. And a cool thing, I could even enable an envelope, which basically allows me um to kind of like fade in. It's very powerful, and there's all of these clips can be used like with each other and stuff. So there's a these guys are just doing basically static. Then there's dolly, which basically I could maybe go put it here. Then I'm gonna move this one here. Basically what I did is I moved the clip using Shift S. It's also Shift clip to cursor, and then I change the direction by pressing M, and basically it calculates the duration needed between where it is and where the cursor is. So this way I can move here and then same way, and then to basically dolly, as you can see, it just slowly moves the camera towards, forward. Then there is a circular, basically just moves around. And I could probably have no fade in, maybe exponential. And then there is basically just around the circle. You can change the longer the clip is, the longer the animation is gonna be. Then I can have a path clip, which basically you can have here multiple points, and you can move those points. So like I'm gonna add a point here, and I'm gonna add another point. And we're just gonna move points, and I could also add an envelope that would basically fade out the movement of the from the path fixture to then a little bit of dolly clip. I meant clip, not fixture, sorry. And then back into these guys. So basically it's a very modular system. So you can like create here lots of points and would go through that. Then there is a keyframe. Is basically you can use keyframes, kind of like just like create multiple keyframes, and then you can do something with them. So it would give you even more control over the camera. You can like select all of them and then switch it to Hermite, and then kind of weird. And that's because there's a very few keyframes, and maybe if I'll remove like here and move this one is in between, it would look better. So yeah, very powerful thing as well, but it's if you need full control of the camera. Then there are guys who are, the clips that are more of they apply on top of other clips. So these guys are fully changed the way camera works, while these guys are more, for example, from translate to remapper, they affect basically other what's called other clips. For example, here it just goes like this, and I can basically translate allows me to move the direction of the move the position relatively. Then there is a Y thing. These guys allow me to to override instead of, so it's not relative. So for example, if I have here or for example, if I have here, so here it would go relatively by 1.5 block units basically, because there is a envelope. You can kind of observe that it moves a bit. And if I change it to lock in basically to the y in the world coordinates. If I'll enable in the camera editor display position, it doesn't display. Looks like the feature is broken. But basically it would say that it's 0.9. The angle is similar, but instead of changing the position, it changes the angle relatively. So to change the pitch, because I changed here, and to change it back once it's and changes the angle back to basically back. Yeah, there is also a way to for envelopes to have keyframes, and then you could have a keyframe that goes like this. So then you can make your own envelope basically. Then it's like instantly goes back, or maybe even like this. Basically tons of tools here to play around with. Shake allows you to add a basically shake. The smaller the number, the more intensity of the shake there is, the frequency, and then the intensity is the by shake amount control. You can also add an envelope to that. It uses some just basic stuff, basic sin and cosine, sine and cosine to animate the shake. Then there's math. Basically, you can type in t plus pt to pitch, then 50. Then it basically shake the camera, because what that is basically current tick and partial tick basically to create if you need like less frequency, you can basically some math stuff. Then I could maybe also enable, and instead of t I could use o, basically relative to, so basically o would be here 0, then would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So basically you can use math here if you need to. I don't remember much using, but it's just here in case. Look in orbit, I think they are broken because I didn't redo the ability to pick which entity to use. But remapper works. So how remapper works is, let's say we have a path and a couple of points. Maybe a bit like this. So it goes like this and ends here. So what could be done, like you might not like the kind of like linear style. It's a Hermite interpolation, so it goes smoothly, but you might not like how it's like it goes at the constant speed. So what you can do is to place on top of that a remapper, remapper clip 76. Basically, you can change here from to exponential, and instead of going linearly, it would basically accelerate and go to the end. Pretty cool stuff. Or you can, for example, the other way around, it would instantly go in the end and then slow down. You can also hear how like a bounce maybe. Or maybe even elastic. like shoot out. The thing is, they don't work very well with. So it's basically still the same path that I had in the path. Um, 1 second, maybe. The other round. Maybe like I mean, it's still the same path while it allows you to change the way the acceleration is basically applied with the remapper. And then there is also audio and subtitle. I cannot show you exactly right now. But give me a second. I'm gonna do something. So, I'm gonna quickly input the token for 1 second. So normie was about orange. Dinner was something like turquoise. Basically, but here I'm gonna remove. Let's imagine that they have some kind of like a conversation. Um, it would be about dinner says Normie, come here, um, my man. Then I'm gonna generate the yes.
Normie, come here, my man.
I'll generate again.
Normie, come here, my man.
And then Normie would say something like, dinner, my boy. Oh, what's up?
Dinner, my boy, what's up?
Yeah, that's not like.
Dinner, my boy, what's up?
I usually play around with punctuation and signs, and sometimes you can even like add a streamed normie.
Dinner, my boy, what's up? Screamed Normie.
So it's regarding.
Dinner, my boy, what's up? Screamed.
Then I could basically 3.0 minus 1.8. It basically cut off.
Dinner, my boy, what's up?
Whatever he said, like 1.1.
Dinner, my boy, what's up?
No. Then I could basically have here some silence. So let's see how it goes. So here he takes about half second. And then Normie comes at about 2.5 seconds. So how long is it? It's 1.4. So I think that should be about, if I combined, I could save server return status code. So I basically created the voice lines from 11 Labs AI. Then I generated together, and then I could add here an audio clip and have here this audio.
Normie, come here, my man. Dinner, my boy, what's up?
See, it's not
Normie,
perfect
come
because
here, my man.
first what I do is first I'm creating the
Normie, come here, my man.
voice lines and then I animate. So then I can generate clips.
Normie, come here.
Then I can like break it down and have subtitles. And then I kind of like place. Then I maybe also like fade in 5 and 5. This is too much.
Normie, come here, my man. Dinner, my boy.
And maybe that's too much. And then my boy, what's up? And then I need the part where he was like saying screaming stuff. So then I can like change the size a little bit and move it downwards. Maybe this is better.
Normie, come here, my man. Normie, come here, my man. Dinner, my boy. What's up?
So basically there's also
Normie, come here, my man.
way to generate subtitles from that.
Normie, come here, my man.
This can be also like animated and stuff. For example, I could for example 100 for 20 no 24, then it would be 0 0 0.
Normie, come here, my man. Dinner.
And this would be like negative 120 or something.
Dinner, my boy.
And
Dinner, my boy. What's up?
maybe 20.
Dinner, my boy. What's up?
Then would be 5.
Dinner, my boy.
I guess it's too much.
Dinner, my boy. What's up?
So yeah.
Normie, come here, my man.
That's what basically do
Dinner,
what
my boy.
audio and subtitle clips do.
Dinner.
If you need like maybe background, because of the shadow, it kind of like messes up with the shadow, so you don't need a shadow for the background.
Dinner, my boy. What's up?
Then so basically, if you're gonna do the level lapse thing, you need in the option to put in your token, and then it will be working here. So for example, if I make another scene, so where they actually talk about something like small scene, it would look something like, let's say they have a conversation about so dinner when McHorse would make an update to Blockbuster mod. That would be Normie.
Dinner, when McHorse would make an update to Blockbuster mod. Dinner, when McHorse would make an update to Blockbuster mod. Dinner, when will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster mod?
Then dinner will be like, Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again. Then be dinner.
Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
Let's try again.
Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
Again.
Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
So yeah, then I can like add, for example, like, so let's say it took 1 second for Normie to come, and then in some time it would say generate.
Dinner, when will McHorse make an up?
Excuse me, it's 1 second.
update.
No, it's after. So that means that I have to do it this way. Negative value basically adds pause to the other side.
Dinner, when will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster mod? Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
Then I just save it. Then I add here the audio line, small scene.
Dinner, when will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster mod? Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
So basically I created a... Then I'm gonna just animate these guys. So here will be dinner. Then Normie would come from there. Oh. So then I switch to first person, or maybe third person. And
Dinner, when will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster mod? Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
then I'm gonna do the same thing with dinner, but from this perspective.
Dinner, when will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster mod? Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again. Dinner, when will McHorse make an update?
Then I would just animate the eyes.
Dinner, when will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster mod? Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
And then the head.
Dinner, when will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster mod? Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
What the heck are you doing? I'm doing a tutorial stream. Hello everyone. Hello. And then finally the mouth.
Dinner, when will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster mod? Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
So then I can do the same thing, but with Normie. No! Oh, accidentally overwrote.
Dinner, when will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster mod? Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
And then the...
Dinner, when will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster mod? Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
And finally his mouth.
Dinner, when will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster mod? Normie, are you nuts? Dinner, when will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster mod? Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
Aha, meta short.
Dinner, when will McHorse...
Yes, it's a meta short.
Dinner, when will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster...
Maybe I should lower the camera a bit. And move it to...
Blockbuster mod. Normie, are you...
Now I need just the animation. So Normie would be probably like smug about it. Like you all guys are. When it comes to new version. You're like, what's up my dude? Where is Blockbuster 1.20 something? Come on, dude. Come on, dude. I want Blockbuster 1.20. Please give. And then maybe also the eyes. Be like, holy, what's up? I need Blockbuster 1.20. Why don't you use your own voiceover for fun, like in real voice?
Dinner, when will McHorse...
Wait, This should be no. No, very elastic. No, wait, which isn't elastic?
Dinner. When will McCoy? Dinner. When will Dinner. When will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster Mod?
And then I also goes to sexy trick. No, no.
Dinner. When
And then be probably back in
Dinner.
now.
When will McHorse make Dinner? When will
Then it would be like a very cheeky pose.
Dinner. When will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster Mod? Normie?
And then he'll be like gonna freak out. Like, oh no! No, scary. Scary stuff, guys. The small pupils. Very scary stuff. Why didn't overreact? Yes, why didn't overreact like this? He scares Normie. Gets scared. I mean, first he gets excited, like oh my god, Blockbuster 1.20 gonna make me so high, like, and then he like, oh no.
Normie, are you Normie? Are you Normie?
Be bounce back. I like bouncing. It's like you gotta, yes, that's what people be like when they get Blockbuster for newer version. That's why everybody wants it so much, because it's gonna be like drugs. Just kidding, I don't know. Just saying shit.
Normie, are you
No, it's not.
Normie? Are you nuts? Don't ever Normie, are you Normie? Are you Are you Normie? Are you Normie? Are Normie? Are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
Yeah, he will never
Dinner.
ask this
When will
question
McCoy?
again. Courses, there are a lot of courses. Yes, and then dinner also. So here, he would be like, so first he goes into like angry pose, like this, and like this, and like this, and like this, and he needs a little bit forward, and very angry. No bueno. Very angry. Don't ever ask this question. I forgot. Then still angry. But the other way around angry. The other, it's right arm.
Normie? 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 Are you nuts? Don't ever ask.
Why is it like that?
Normie? Are you nuts? Normie, are you nuts? Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question.
Never. I guess you can have a arm like this and then
Never ask this question ever.
another one.
Don't ever ask this question ever again. Dinner. When will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster Mod? Normie, are you nuts? Don't ever ask this question ever again.
Yeah, that's the film editor. Ta-da! So you have replace camera, 11 Labs sound stuff. Now let's see other stuff. So I want to talk then about models. BBS supports for models as in not the block models but like these guys. So there is a you can add up props and basically you can like forgot what's the key for. Control G. So you can also place like it's kind of like model block. It's a structure which allows you like to decorate. And then maybe there are no particle effects. Oh, by the way, there are structures, and you can use the structures that you saved earlier as a morph. So in case you want to kind of like, I don't know, like make it lean or something. I don't know. No, I'm not a scientist or something.
Dinner. When will McHorse make an update to
There
Blockbuster
is a
Mod?
bug where it's
Normie, are you
basically
nuts? Don't ever ask this
they
question
copy
ever
the
again.
variables.
Dinner. When will McHorse make an update to Blockbuster Mod? Normie, are you nuts? Don't.
But if it's a different model, it's not gonna be a big. What the fuck is wrong with this rook? Ah, he's like he's not feeling well. Let it be then just a missing texture then.
Ever ask this question ever again.
So yeah, these can be used as a decoration and stuff. As for importing, there is a multiple ways of doing stuff. Let's see. No, it's the wrong one. So there, you can, for example, have like, for example, let me do something very quick. So first thing I want to show is an extruded morph. So here I have a banana, okay? He's been eating too much restishka. No, I mean like his size. Yeah, I guess he was eating lots of yogurts. So here is an extruded morph. What it does is basically it lets you pick a picture and make it 3D, like 3D as in like voxelized. As you can see, it's like it's 3D. It's not. For example, if I pick the same banana here, it's gonna be flat. Okay. This is a flat banana. This is a 3D banana. I mean, it's still flat, but you know what I mean. So that's one way. Then there is Magic Voxel. Basically, it's an app that allows you to like build kind of like the banana 3D, but instead of one dimension, it's multiple dimensions. um, paint. So here I can, for example, make a model. I think I somewhere have cool Cool beans. Very cool beans. For example, I can save it. I can go to the nodes, release, game, assets, models, and then cool beans. And all I have to do is to save here a .vox file, and next time I'm gonna pick, it should appear. So I have, and here we have the cool beans, a magic voxel model. And finally, it's big, nice. And finally, with Blockbench, you can import your own models. For example, let's see if I have any models that I don't have here. I guess I'm just gonna take one of the Belicha-based models and import them again to show. Let's see which interesting piano. So here I have a piano model, okay? So it has a couple of like stuff and stuff. It has like a lid, it has an anchor, it has a right and left pedal that can be animated, and I can import it into BBS with a plugin. So basically first you need a plugin which is called BBS Model X Importer. So if let's say I go here, then BBS, and I just install it and to be installed. So what I do next is go here into the world, models, I create a new piano folder, basically will be the ID of the model. Then I go into Logbench, I go to export BBS model, and I go to the place where I had the model, piano, and then I export it as the BBS.json. I also need to export the texture as well. So the same way it says piano, BBS as no, it's mods, release, game, assets, models, piano, and then just piano.png. You don't need any extra. Then, but you need to have one texture in the model. If you have multiple texture, you can just stitch all textures. It's also a plugin by me. So texture stitcher, and once you're in the game, I place the files, and here I have the glorious piano. I can open the thing, um, animate these guys, and all of these models. You can create also animations in the animate tab. There is a list of these are in actions. So basically, this is the ones that are available, but are not all of them are working. But all you need to know is that idle is the default animation, running is when the character moves on the ground, crouching is when he moves and crouches, or sneaks, whatever. Crouching idle, it's when he on the ground and is sneaking. Dying is not used. Falling is when it basically when it's in the air but goes down. Jump is when I pressed space and the model goes upward. It's called triggered once. And land, I think it's when the model hits the ground and then it plays that animation. So yeah, that's the way to import Blockbench models. And as I was saying, film editor supports those extra variables. So here you can, for example, create a new like animation idle. it's looping, snapping is 20. These options don't really make much, don't really work. Then for the idle, for example, I could joystick.rx equals times 45. Same with joystick.ry times 45. 5. Um, in the wiki, I pressed backslash. No, again. In the wiki, there is a in the welcome thing, there is a wiki, and here there is in Blockbench models. There are these variables. So joystick next. They're not actually using joystick, but it's just the former name of it. So if I use these guys and I export the model again, I'd be able to, for example, in the replay editor with piano, I'll be able to use a right stick. Oh boy, I used wrong. Let's do it again. So R1 and X, and I think export again. So this is correct, and this is not correct. So then for a Y animation, for rotation basically around this axis, I'm gonna again export. By putting negative sign in front, I basically flipping the animation. So now I can control with the right stick the rotation. So that's the same way you can make with your own models. Um, how are you doing? How is the best and the best creator of the best coolest mod is doing? Well, thank you. I'm doing fine. Doing a tutorial. So that's about it with the Blockbench models. I think one more thing I have to be can be said about it is that the morphs have here lots of options. So this is the basically pose editor. Here is a couple of options like you can change the basically select the parts you want to edit. Also there is one thing I need, it's interesting to mention. Basically I think I'll need a normie or someone or dinner. So here there are 4 fields. These guys in this row are they translate, they move around the limbs or whatever. These guys are scale, they do the scaling. You can hold space to scale universally. So yeah, he wanks on. uh, the arm is bigger. And then there are 2 rotation fields. One, you can, like, for example, rotate like this and then change. But the thing is, for example, if you rotate it 90 degrees, if I change it here, it will do stuck in the same rotation, which is not good. So there are a second set of rotation fields which allows you to kind of like to rotate around the local axis. So this way you can, like, even though it's rotated this way, you can rotate it around these local axes. Same way with the x. So even though they are gonna be the same, but for example z-axis here, it's gonna be this way, even though that z-axis here is because z is here. You see, it goes like there in the default state. It's like that. So and the axis, even though it's like that. Due to basically it's called gimbal lock. Um, 90, and you see it's stuck. And the second um, set of fields allow you to basically to avoid this gimbal lock. Shout outs to Funky Fight for basically suggesting this feature. Then there's a action allows you to basically change these guys, like instead of like having the idle, for example, I could make it always could make didn't always dab. He like in the default animation he's just gonna be dabbing or Macarena or breakdancing. So if I put him on the ground, he would be doing sick stuff. So that's what the actions, and then the general display name that would be displayed here. Then this allows you to like change the transformation of the form without actually affecting the pose. Hitbox allows to change for the entity, the how tall it is, for example. In the film editor, if you would go and then here you can see that the camera is a bit too tall, but if I'll enable the hitbox, usually I should display. It doesn't work with the displaying of the some reason. Basically, I think it is like around one, maybe 1.25 blocks tall, and that maybe if I'll maybe it doesn't work. Oh, there you go. I forgot. So here I could lower it. And now the hitbox has changed, as you can see here in the debug view. I'll go back, and it will go back. And again, if I'll enable again, and go back. That is useful. That's what all different modes have their own options. Um, for example, the billboard it has like lots of you can like change the cropping. And there is eyes to crop. There's a you can change the texture. The banana goes hard. Oh wait, that's actually wow. Wait, that's disgusting. And there is a way to like shift, um, and then rotate and rotate. Banana. You can rotate the banana. Um, Same with basically to be useful for like some repeating animation. Billboard always points at the camera. Well, and color changes basically the hue of the best way if it's a white like a pixel for example. So this way you can animate exactly which color you want. Banana. Um, then there's a block form. You can change here the block. The structure, you can change pick the structure from the list. The light morph allows you to like change the color, and it's usually good looking at. It's very limited, and it's mostly what it looks good at night. So you can have like here, um, copy paste. And like change color. It's very basic. There's something wrong with something. It's like always. What's wrong with you? There's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with Beam. I forgot to close the outer commas brackets. Close outer commas sounds cool. Hello, hello. Yeah, then I don't like. I mean, it's really underdeveloped. Um, form, then there is a label which allows you to like type and stuff. And I am so awesome or something, I don't know. Guess also of VSimmer. There's a way to change also the fonts. BBS comes with a couple of fonts of those, but usually it uses the round one. The anchor allows you to like to say like where is the how it's basically placed. So if it's at 0, the baseline would be on top, and 0, then the top, I don't know what's the name of the baseline on the top, is at the bottom. Same with the label, with the horizontal anchor. This allows you to like how many of those, how many like, what is the maximum length allowed. So for example, if I have here a very long wall of text, that option will be responsible for breaking the line. Basically, it allows you to specify how long can be. Then you can also specify also like to anchor the center, or to basically control the way it works. There's an extra space thing. But yeah, there's shadow. Shadow is basically like this extra stuff, extra text. You can like make it a little bit less visible. There's background, basically kind of like Minecraft overlay the background. You can make it smaller and you can make it bigger. Looks and it looks like this in the world. Um, Pretty cool stuff. Then finally there are particles, which is not available here, but guess what? So here I have, for example, um, particles from snowstorm. I could download it. Then I go here, models. I think it's in game data particles. Then I could grab that um, rainbow particle and place it here. And then rainbow particle should work, but since there is no texture, it doesn't work. But as you can see now, it's working. And then I can go back into the world, and it's beautiful. But why? Why this way? Oh, because you know why? Because it didn't save. No? So that's what was the problem. Hmm. Weird. Maybe I need to relog. No, it still is bad. So let's see. I think it's because no error, so it's no. So let's try different. Maybe it's because of lying? Man, is this a bug? Hmm. That I wonder. I'm gonna try with a one of my um particles from. So the egg, for example, I have an egg particle. Brown. No. Open folder. So egg. And for that I also need a textures. Oh boy, no, I think, wait. I know, wait, is that because? Oh boy. So basically I think particles are messed up with the lighting, and so that's what the problem is. It's um, yay me basically. um, so instead of that it's pixel 0. Mm. So now it works fine. So yeah, basically snowstorm particles work, but you need to for them and then also pick the texture. Some features may not work. For example, I think collision is really messed up. Um, but yeah, other than that, you just can. Um, thing else, there's a thing with refreshing the particles if they're not were made not within the game. Here, Zag. Basically, you can like create here the curves. Basically, I have a whole tutorial on how to do that. This is one uses one texture that looks like this. Basically, um, basically for different parts of this. For example, this is the eggshell, this is the yellow stuff, and this is the white stuff. The egg. So this was used in one of my charts. So yeah, it's easy capable of doing the particles, and the fix for that issue was this basically broken. And um, then I want to show tileset editor is the last thing. Tileset editor allows you to add your own blocks. Um, here is a full list of blocks, and then there is the following supported. So full blocks allow you to kind of like in a tile set. Basically, there is a texture in that comes with asset textures. This guy. Um, the texture tile set that I made with what's called with then Desga 64 palette, and there's like a couple of textures. So you can, for example, take and make like your own block, or and if, for example, if I rename, for example, this is blanks, I save it, then I'll be able to use the same blank block. All right, then there's a couple of presets. Full block allows you to basically pick uh, all horizontal sides, for example, like this, and then bottom and the top individual. So for example, if you want to make like this is a block which is kind of like, I guess, a log, but it's not a log, it's a stump. Wait, stump would be those around probably, but whatever. Then there is full block, so basically you can actually control each side, front, back, top, bottom, right, and left. So, or wait, the other way around. Top is like this. Oh, that's so top like this, back like, there you go, back back like this, front also like this. That's probably I should have used on the other. It's bottom. So bottom is like this, right like this, and left also like this. I hold Alt so that I could move around. So this would create like grass. Um, I have grass too. We have like stump and a grass block. Then beside that there is also to make a plant. So basically, the plant is like kind of this X-looking piece. You could, for example, use I think maybe like a glass, 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 grass. And then also there's like slabs and stairs, but the stairs are not the full. And then and finally there is a combine thing. It's you can basically create a new like generic model. Um, then, for example, I could take the atlas and like make, for example, 16, just like a stick. Um, should be not at the center, so it'd be 8 and 8. No, like this, be in the middle, and apply to all texture faces, and then I could what was that, 256. And then I can basically apply, for example, if I want um here, 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 and maybe like that. So like a stick like this. Um, and then what I can do is export. Wait, first I need to add a group. I've added to the group. Then I export BBS model, and then what I'm gonna do, model data, copy to buffer, copy first second group. This would give me a JSON code, which I could paste here. That's how it would look like. And I think I should have not moved it to the position, so it probably should be 0, or rather this in the middle. And again, export BBS model, same thing, and paste. Oh, come on, what happened here? Confirm. Then it'll be a model, so you can have more than just a thing, but this is just for example. So for example, you can have like, I don't know, I don't know what that is. Once too much. kind of like a little, what would you call it, a fence. So you could have this as a part of the world instead of, oh no, accidentally copied. Oh, that's what the problem is. I rotate this guy 17, and then I can export. Um, why doesn't it work? There you go. Then just like that, it's gonna be a model like fence. So save. I have this as a fence. So yeah, it's a custom geometry basically. Important thing to note is that, well, first of all, it's kind of like it could have some lighting bugs, and another thing is, so let's say you want to add like your own texture. For example, I'm gonna make a texture of a, I don't know, like a pink, uh, like, no, it's like some kind of like pink texture. It would be like lots of shampoo peel or something like that. So if I'm gonna just save it here, the thing is, you cannot just make, like, create a new block. Here it would be displayed, right? But in the world, even though it would look like here, but if you would go far away, it would disappear. Why does this happen? This happens because there is a multiple map layers of the same texture. So what you need to do is to copy this, then paste here, and then downscale it. Paste here, and then save it. Nothing has changed, but very low textures will work. But again, if you go far away again, it will disappear again. So for that, I mean, because it's, we also need to do another level of that. Like this, and export. Then it will be fine. Then you could be able to have these blocks and then build with them with custom texture. And finally, you cannot just take the remove, for example, a block from the middle. You can just take and then remove it like here. If I'll do this, you see there will be like remove block factory from anywhere at the end of the list will result in block shuffling. Basically what's gonna happen if I will, basically all blocks would shift by one. So I think I can safely demonstrate it. No, actually I don't want to do it. Okay, let's demonstrate with this one. If I remove this stump, I think these guys would turn into either planks or into the, wait, so it was, so let's see. Yeah, this, remove, I removed, save, and then yes, these guys turned from grass blocks into planks because I removed it. And I think it was something different. No, never mind. So yeah, it's very dangerous. So don't remove from the middle, only from the end is possible. Um, that's about it about Tiles Editor, and there is also a thing with Texture Manager cool feature. You basically can see whatever BBS has loaded. And then you can also, from here, you can edit the textures if you want to. Like, for example, you want to make like a little bit darker over here. Maybe just a different hue. Right now you can see it's yellowish, but if I save, turn into reddish. It's probably not that visible. Maybe if I do it here too, you can see that it changed texture. So you can do it right here in the texture editor and the texture manager. So yeah, about that, there is also you can like refer to the texture. You can export it to a file, for example. You don't know exactly where it is, so you could just like press and then it would be export here. That's it about texture manager. Graphing calculator, it's just for like you can input some math expressions and it would like it would work. So it basically allow you to like kind of like preview the expressions. And font editor, you can pick a font editor and then like change the formatting codes and for example take different, for example 6 if you want like to have like your own font where you can have like different stuff. So for example it was 6. So right now if I'll have somewhere in the world, so just saying 6, if I'm gonna save this, as you can see it's changed. So this way you can modify and make your own bitmap fonts. Yeah, here you can like change the size, how much like pixels it moves the character, the size of the emoji. It basically makes it so that formatting codes wouldn't apply. So basically there are formatting codes. You can have, for example, hello world. You can change the color like that. You can make it bold. You can have like italic. You can also, there's a W to make it wavy, S to shake, and N is for like rainbow. So the font has these formatting codes. I don't know what the hell is that. It's probably bold. So it's wave, color, color, color. There are different colors. So for example, for A, if I want to change color, it would be just like that. Green. It was visible. So yeah, that's about it. It should be covered. The stream tutorial should cover most of the basics. Um, that looks so chaotic. If you have any questions, feel free to ask about BBS Studio. I'll check the oh, couple of tips. So basically, in this, first of all, you can like change the color you like of the primary color of the UI. But by default is 0085, I think. Then you can like change some like UI stuff. Maybe you want like a bigger scale or a smaller. Then there's a HSV or RGB picker, color picker, whatever you like more. Then there is a chalkboard. It allows you to like by pressing F8, you can kind of like draw on the screen. There's a tutorial options basically allow you to enable like displaying of some input elements. So like keystrokes as shown, mouse buttons, and etc. Um, then background image, I think you can. I don't think it works, but I don't want to check whether it does. Sounds scary. Let's see how banana looks like. Wow, actually did work. So you can have a banana as your background screen. Well, at least there is no banana here in there. You can edit the particles while having a banana in the background. So yeah, if you want, you can like add here like some kind of like anime wife or something. I don't know. I don't know how to. Like just like I think crashing BBS Studio. So yeah, I crashed this. No, please no banana. No, no banana. So yeah, there are more options you can. For video recording, you need to specify where your FFmpeg is. I completely forgot. I have FFmpeg in my in the root of my disk, so I should be able to just record a small scene, take a screenshot, then record the video.
Dinner. When will the course make an update? Course make an update to Blockbuster mod. Normie, are you nuts?
Wait,
Don't ever ask this question ever again.
see, and then it's recorded, and there's a video of it. That's why you need the FFmpeg here. Then there's some default camera editor. This is not used. This is not used, I think. Recording countdown. Audio bars is for when you have here in this audio bar, so you could like change change so it would have like the default name or the length, the width. You can make it like smaller or bigger. The density of the thing, the height, and more. And you can also change keybind here if you don't like, or you have like a different keyboard layout. So yeah, and also one a tip, if you want like the graphics look a little bit better, you can probably see, because I didn't specify that I wanted an 80p stream, so there's a lot of pixely stuff. So if I change the render quality, it would appear much more smoother. Same thing with you can make your own like here change the direction of the lighting, and maybe also change the way like the night sky looks like. Or, for example, you can rotate it, kind of like make it like a galaxy or something. It's black too. Same goes, and you can, and for thumbnails, for example, you can set to 5. Um, Enable the yaw. For example, for thumbnails, you can like place a character. That's how I do my thumbnails for videos. I use if1, I hide the UI, I hide the terrain and sky, and then when I make a screenshot in the game folder, you would see that there is no background. That's because it removes, it's called, it actually doesn't like render the background. Um, like in Minecraft, it would be probably just black. So yeah, there's also skybox. You can make like skybox be its own morph. Oh wait, can I actually make it? I wonder. Yeah, it doesn't look very good. Yeah, that didn't work, but I hoped it would. So what you can do, um, here you can basically move away the piano. And there'd always be in the background. It's basically gonna be like a skybox thing. So here you can maybe even add another like a form. That's pretty creepy. So there will be always a huge frog playing the piano or something. I don't know. Or even like I don't know a dabbing frog always on the horizon. So yeah, there is a lot of options. You can like do tons of stuff with BBS Studio. Hopefully this was useful and judging by the concurrent viewers, it wasn't. Anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to ask now. Mm, I'll say it a little bit here. So in that case, I'm ending the stream. Thank you very much for watching and